Hi class, I wanted to give you some video feedback. I'm going to look at these as a first-time site visitor. I have seen these before, but I'm going to go through and check the usability. So let's just jump right in. This is a great start here. A little unclear here, but that's okay. It's temporary there. Make sure the links work. Okay, good job. Nice contrast, easy to read. Well done. Interesting colors. Let's make sure this is, let's see, is that linking? Instead of having more here, let's move this over so the contact can come up, and we need to remove this page, the reservation page. And I will overlook the order online, but you already have a button here. And so I'm going to suggest, that we remove the reservations, remove the order online. When I say remove it, the order online, I just want you to hide it. I don't want you to delete this because the page will delete. But I do want you to go into Pages and Menu and hide it. That just will hide it from the menu here. You will still have it here, and because that's in your header, it will be everywhere. So it's very similar to being here because it's still a main button. But let's do away with this if you can. And if you can't remove just this page, then hide that. Okay. But let's just bring your contact up here. We will need a button for locations. So we need to remove this. Okay. You can delete this strip, and that will bring this up. Left align. It is left align. It doesn't feel like it. Try not to have one word on a line by itself. And you can cut this down a little bit, but let's bring it up, and you can use another photo, but you don't have to. You don't have to use an image, and we certainly don't want to leave placeholder text and images from the template. They're very familiar. Let's take this off. Take this strip out. So when I select contact, we go here. Now keep in mind, this is not an Asian food truck. This has to come out. There is one that links to theirs, but this is not it. So that's template and must come out. The contact page should link right here. That's going to happen. Now, we don't want to ask for things like that, okay? And let's see, this needs to be on its own page. So the easiest thing to do is to add a page in your Pages and Menu, add a page, name it location, and cut this out and put it there. I would reduce this. This is too deep for a footer. It's taking up too much space for a footer. See about centering that and this content. Okay. Yeah, if you can just delete that page. A few more pictures of tacos when it comes to the menu page. You've got it on your online order page, but I'm not going to say you have to here because it's clean, but just keep that in mind, how many pages you have without tacos. The easiest thing to do here is to go to Pages and Menu, add a new page, and select Contact page. select the basic, and then it will show up here, and you can delete this. You can then go back and change the color to this if you like, but we need to have a separate location and contact. If you want to, you can just move all of this out of the footer, add another strip between here, and put this content there, and make sure you link it from here. Again, look at the tutorial, I believe it's week 3 for troubleshooting on how to link an anchor. But we need to move all of this out of the footer. The footer should not be deep, and we need a link to its own page or its own strip for locations. All right? Okay. But, and do delete the login. I know we have an order online that you've provided, but I guess I'll overlook it this time because you're going to keep that. But do take this out. It's a food truck that doesn't have reservations. Okay. All right. Great start. Okay. Here we go. Let's take this out. If it's a background, go to Site Design in the left panel that has the A, and remove the background. Change the background and delete that. We need the disclaimer in the footer. This is working. Let's close this up, this space, although you do need to have the logo there. Okay, okay. This doesn't belong on your website. This was a different assignment. Take that out. And this is where you put the about content that was provided. This is in the right place, but you want to open this up a little more and lay it out properly. Same is true here. The layout hasn't been addressed yet. Remove this phone number. You can remove that. And link up the social icons. So it's a good start. Remove this, but it's incomplete. All right. All right. Let's avoid tiling a logo. You can see it doesn't quite work, but it rarely does. So let's avoid that. Food truck, we need to have the name of the company on the home page. Let's add spacing here. It's cropped. Remember, when we're naming pages, we want it to be something that somebody would search. I'm not sure they would search Our Place. If that links to your locations. Okay, good. Little space and images missing here. You can use copyright-free work. Okay, there's a background here. You saw the stake. That's when you want to go into your site design on the left with the letter A and the color drop. Change the background and select color and choose white. And that should remove that template that's back there. Remove this. Okay, so this should be a page. Let's avoid the collapsible, which isn't really collapsing. Let's make sure all this is centered. That would come over and center. Okay. It's a good idea to have the same number of rows. Okay, so you can edit those to be the same. You can add a couple here, take a couple out on the others. But this doesn't have the location. So this should say location and have some location information. This isn't necessary to be in the header, that content. It's not a requirement. When you do remove the background, when you go into site design and you change the background, at the you can customize, and then when you say apply at the bottom to other pages, you'll select all of them so it comes out of all of them. Okay, a lot of space there, and the content isn't there. Okay, this does link, so that's good, but you do need to take this out and put it on a strip. You could take this out and put it here and link to here. Again, look at the tutorial on troubleshooting and it will have how to link an anchor. You'll link that, and there's a long full width border line that says anchor, and wherever you put that, if it's linked to one of the pages, that's where it's going to place it, at the top of the page. That's where it will land. Okay, all right, so blank, maybe you intended to put images there, but allow several hours to complete, and just focus on the content that's required. So you wouldn't need these backgrounds. You just need the location. Remove this. I would put Real Deal Taco here instead of food truck. That's, you're representing a particular client. That's the thing about, I will tell everyone, link these up. That's the trouble with AI. I'm not saying that this is built by AI. I am saying AI does things like this where it does not distinguish one client from another. And that's exactly what our clients are looking for, to be distinguished and stand out and be recognized as their own company. So, and that's why they hire someone. Okay, so keep that in mind when using AI, is that it can be very generic. That's the only way it can work for you. Unless you tell it everything that it's supposed to do, and it's not there yet. It makes a lot of mistakes. Okay, one more, I think. Great starts, everybody. Just need to provide more time, set the time aside. Go over the list again, the things that you need to have, and only include those things. All right? All right. I look forward to seeing your revisions.